y que nos empieza a pagar ahora por todo lo que nos estuvo haciendo, por los daños y los perjuicios y por lo que nos robó. I'm gonna tell one thing. This is the Saturday, and I'm so sorry the swearing all through the down in this shit event. I'm sorry the term I'm still using. This is the about that I see 26th, but let me corroborate because of have to be. So the reality is at this March 26th, 2016, 11:14 in Buenos Aires. There is one thing, like I just woke up after being sleeping here. After last night, I have been right here making some other things and sleeping. And really so thoroughly. Once of the day I just came around, and once of the day I have been doing the walking through and just walking. But all of the walk I just done but singing and trying to get somewhere and something. And then while I haven't been communicated with my supposed delirium, I will be the whole day delirium, and they will watch me with prostíbulo creído de corte nacional en lo civil de primera instancia, número 88, querido Defensoría del Menor y del Incapaz, prostibulario de degenerados de pedófilos y criminales, querido Defensoría número 7, séptima, that they will be worried about the concern of my health. Because of Policía Federal Argentina, Prefectura Naval Argentina, Gendarmería Nacional Argentina, Servicio de Inteligencia del Estado Nacional Argentino, creídos de ser Fuerza Armada y Gobierno, organización y prostibularios de degenerados, llamados de la realidad de lo que son, con el perdón de algunos, muy pocos, Sodoma y Gomorra, a la abominación de la pudrición más enferma y degenerada de toda la humanidad, ¿qué es lo que son? Con su Policía de Seguridad Aeroportuaria, Policía Bonaerense, Fuerzas Armadas, Ejército Argentino, Armada Argentina, and KIRSCHNERs, naturally, everyone, that they need the state of Israel and everything as richness and population that has to, saying that they will be the real of the heaven. 2. Rape and murder, stealing Sodoma y Gomorra, and destroying, and evangelistas perras infernales, degenerados, ferales criminales de cuarta, delimitatedly delivering the idea that they will ever have rights to possessing which is of El Chai, that each real nation has and not them, because of they says, Lord will give them, but to which we access. So, gran ramera de Sodoma y Gomorra, Babilonia, la más podrida de todas las prostitutas eternas, PREIN, carníval, cabrera, crudo, anacondia, whoever remains alive, that we will murder, needs still saying that I have to pay them for the damages, and I need to pay them for the prejudice and what I will rob them. And what they says I rob them is exactly the delirio de diablos prostitutos reventados, which voluntarily everyone is, telling that God gave them what we exist. Well, we exist because of God made us exist. And they says God will be the reason. For otherwise, Borda Alvear Piñeiro, especially Alvear Piñeiro, Cuerpo Médico Forense, and these two prostitutas reventadas, considered to be judge and defensor, government, and secretary with rongo degenerado criminal, and the whole perro criminal, creído de juez y fiscal federal y criminal, Argentina. With the perras maricas, Policía Federal Argentina, while delirium, I will need medication, and denouncing that I have to be coming to the Graciela sister right now because of he must be internated. Well, I just have been called because of a project of the nation I belong with, Israel, for them making some product for the state of Israel, which will be a robbery to this. El proyecto y el diseño del Policía Federal Argentino, el diseño de los Evangelistas Unidos, el diseño del Ejército Argentino, el diseño de los KIRSCHNERs, el diseño de la Universidad Tecnológica Nacional Argentina, el diseño de la ESMA-2, escuelas de mecánica del Ejército Argentino. I have done this vehicle design, which were a ultralight and, actually, sorry. At the basement, how will I do my ultralight? And this, queridos expertos, degenerados infernales, making the tenor chapa that while I were developing and trying to feel compass and spaces and shapes, what will be my next making? And the line, and we'll erase that, and we'll take that off, and we'll put it with Cuerpo Médico Forense, psiquiatras degenerados, Alvear, Piñeiro, Borda, telling that that will be the warranty that they will turn at me. And they will already have it with that. And any shit that would ever anyone say will be the warranty with that, well, I were doing in the signing. And why did I do? Will I start to doing what genuinely I do for the reason of diablos reventadas maricas hacen mercado y lo único que voy a hacer es matarlos? Con todo su mercado de prostitutas, queridos de jueces, fiscales, señores de gobierno y psiquiatras de gobierno, prostitutas degeneradazos, criminales mercaderes en conciencia de lo que son y lo que hacen, los mato y continúo haciendo lo que genuinamente, en forma limpia, siempre hice. ¿Y quién sos? Vos no soy yo, y quien yo soy no sos vos, criminal de cuarta, querido de gobierno nacional. Perra abominable. Now, the reality is simple. I have been doing for about 3:30 around study. And I wouldn't find my line, and where too large and where too narrow and where too like I wouldn't find my way, and we're permanently delusionally seeking for the way to, oh, don't you see it doesn't work to it? Oh, don't you see it doesn't know how to do? And they will already have it on the pictures over PPINT using CANSI devices for espionage. On a very old device that quad-core will be really much better and difficult to them to take in. But a dual-core is quite a very lazy thing. So sadly, in the reality of this, were exactly that they were picturing and making the form and the, well, already I sent and making the switch out my browser networks and everything in the video of yesterday, in the video of the day before, we thought it all installed to me. The government of Israel started to paying him right now, giving explanation because of also Mr. President Barack Obama sent us this order to be terminated because of sending him everything that's stolen to us, even this last. And I didn't send nothing to Mr. President Barack Obama, I sent to liaison office. And Mr. President Barack Obama has problems with this perros degenerados and permanently were falsifying documents, forging its signature and the stamp of the White House, like with the Gobiel and the rest of. Now the reality is it will be so delusional, but the clear fact is, y movió el Espíritu de Dios en todo el mundo, y nosotros no le permitimos ser, Dios no le permite ser, Dios no le permitió decir su nombre, Dios no le permite tocar sus cosas, el Espíritu de Dios, por favor, Diablos degenerados evangelistas, de Guillermo Horacio PREIN, profaning me like witches, saying, Lord will allow because of I will resist. The authority of God, the same carnival, crudo, cabrera, anaconda, and this would be offensive. We are not doing that. How dare you go here and to say that you better stop to doing that because of you can have a problem. And the reality is, the sick degenerates, they terrorize, and they do. So, at the clear fact of this day, I have been also hearing some music, and the reality is Adonai does the way he song. And Adonai says, and Adonai makes the way he wants. So sadly, with the pardon of the terms, Ablakir Rofochmat Sechi Karat Chalachmat Sibanim. Will you share? In Blagimo Rabefechat Chalikishvatecha Chalikmovim. I will rob everything I got to evangelics. Y le robó a los evangelistas. Y le robó los diseños últimos. Y este era un coche que diseñaron los evangélicos porque querían hacer una industria. Y todo el dinero que tiene le pertenece. Van a hacerse industria con eso. Y Dios se los dio. ¿Estás seguro? Brujo de mierda. Y bruja evangélica de mierda. Profano de mierda. Dios te va a avalar a hacer obra de diablo y de brujo de cuarta. En nombre de qué Armagedón y de qué bestia. Pelear en contra. ¿Te suena? Algún profano degenerado tuyo diciendo que mi espíritu profanado le pertenecía. ¿Adonai se manifiesta y da testimonio? ¿Con quién? Now at the fact of this, pretending to take the state of Israel while already the product were done, except for the last, and I would rob to Chevrolet, to adulate, product, shape. And that will be other element for Argentina de la mierda to make the manipulations about will be a designing of Argentina. So they would have rights. But the problem is Chevrolet, General Motors said, it's okay, guys, ain't nothing like that. So, we're ready, virtualizing, and at the same time, at the disposition of the corporation of GovIL, Israel, have ending the whole of them what it were matricery, the shape. And were not that difficult because of structurally were exactly what testimony of El Chai I designed. And what the vehicle were except for the final shape, which were elaborated and already at the market, which were, I would say, and already the advertisement virtualized about my name, the vehicle, my pride, and I love them. The situation is this: víboras degeneradas engendros de Sodoma-GOMORRA, dozen steps, and the perros degenerados Piñeiro, Alvear, and Borda, with perros degenerados, cuerpo médico forense, perros degenerados, gobierno de víboras y de criminales, creídos de señores y de jueces, says that I gotta remain internated because of also I will be chunk-heisting myself on the smoke and also kidnap the whole of the peoples of Armenians, rabbis and families telling that they will be junkies, narcos. And that everything will be exactly what they says, and Mr. President Barack Obama will companion to Evangelicals Argentina, and the whole of this extraordinaria masa de desenfrenadas, atrofiadas, enfiebradas criaturas del underworld, queridos expertos del gobierno y de la seguridad nacional de todo saber, mientras al despertarme, ya sé qué es lo que hizo. Vamos a describir paso a paso lo que estuvimos haciendo con la metadata del que les mandó, que lo vamos a sacar de su email, vamos a mostrar que nosotros demostramos que lo hicimos. 3 hours asking them, how did you start doing this? And the metadata AutoCAD said, my computer done, and any other is a forgery, except what I sent. Which AutoCAD with liaison office and the normal of the corporation giving the DIDMC pin for what as file I sent. Well, they casting and teller chat degenerados making and forging a signature says, well, for us, for the supposed justice of this tierra de mierda. And no one ever stops. And telling that Better Sahab Corporation, Sahab Motors, Israel, started paying to them that Sahab will belong to evangelics with everything that they got because of we will steal. And entirely I wouldn't be in jail and I wouldn't be detained and I wouldn't be nothing but internated. We kind of talking to the mother because of the lives all the time. Do you think any of this is happening? Oh my God, don't you dare. And at the screaming the whole of the down in this tierra de mierda. And there comes the lady problem. Por favor, no te atrevas. Cerrá esa puerta ahora mismo. Cerrá, por favor, cerrá esa puerta ahora mismo. No me hagas perder el tiempo. Salí de mi vida en este momento. Salí de mi vida. And the clear fact of the reality of a riot when this whole degeneration for extortions of kidnapped people to murdering if I will never dare, to using my mother and wakes up in the morning and starts to riot and swearing all over and things that never happens. That's medication right now. At the besieging of works that shit of the maricas reventadas, Policía Federal Argentina, Gendarmería Nacional y Evangélicas, maricas reventadas, pretending God to be a klutz to the making whatever the shit they want, and an exercising of prostituta de cuarta to be supposedly endorsed. And the profanation like a witch of my person saying that they to control and watch me up. About supposedly criminal, I will do like a teller. Which is exactly what they lives off and endorses of Sodoma-GOMORRA, which they are all of, except back then so few. Now at the point for this, went to Israel, went to Geneva, went to United Nations, to liaison office, to The Hague, to US, asking they to be retributarily. They're said on this term, and I don't know what that for, sorry the term. Retributarily, at the justice and the state's empathy, making for us this to be orders and placement that I wouldn't have no capacity that they will take the whole of the spirit and the power of God in a virtual way. That I wouldn't be no holy of no God. And I will be in the whole of the night blow chopping and milico de mierda argentino. And with those words, and it's dirty. And it's dirty, we got to pray. And started making the degenerations and saying that I had been internated in. No lo fueron a buscar, lo tenés que ir a buscar porque tiene que estar internado ya mismo. And every prostituta reventada. And launching further installed bombs that we already renewed and put it in them disgusting rectums of SODOMA-GOMORRA Argentina and KIRSCHNER. Launching nuclear missiles from the land of Argentina to the impact the world. And are not transcontinental, are continental impact, which has the reach of 4,000 kilometers. The problem is that the launch were vertical. And the problem is, I done my job. Yes, I did. And perros degenerados doesn't stop to blame me that they will do the job. But the problem is, I put it done in hell. And the problem is, I will be the psychopath, making the shape of the I am the hero. Don't you see, come to seek me. And I'm gonna go to seek them myself and putting them dead. Now the reality is, International Court of Justice will be at the confusional reality, thinking that I will done everything, and at the illusory of my accomplices Jewish bodies that they went for, that Israel would ever have to evangelistas degenerados and to milicos and Policía Federal Argentina and UTN to robbing this model. But also here I will making the teller chapter robbing to them. And also the Jewish buddies and brothers of mine will ever making my control to me for it to get the picture into making it like a very enclosed reality of sickness. But also, I will be whispered at phone about how the line to making and I will interpret it. About evangelistas and supposed expertises, perros generados. And I will do also the way of subtly liaison office will put it on me. Do you really think that this they saying, because of this is something like this does, and whenever this does something so good, it is something which is a product and worth millions, and we are not gonna let it this way? Do you think we are assholes? That this big word will ever send whatever it wants, and passing like whatever delirious, there's perras delirantes, to be for that this that we have in the purpose in this our land pretends perras de cuarta to be our business. We are gonna lose. Infraestructura de perras evangelistas y degenerados K, criminales en base a brujería, adivinación y perrada criminal, creídos de forenses, creídos de psiquiatras, salud mental, creídos de gobiernos y creídos de jueces y de justicia y ley. Abominable tierra de masa de degenerados de la mierda. And always the same and no one changes. Now what do we keep on? HTTPS www is the next, I will say. Tierra de la mierda, mar de la mierda, Sodoma y Gomorra. Creído de experto adivinando cuál sería el próximo movimiento del odio. Pedazo de perrada de cuarta. Forgot about the plekimon rebefeja gilitlokim rebasimile. And my Shabbat Shalom will never repeat their thing. I'm sorry for the terms. D and CIT, F for F9, LEA, SAD, Sahav Motors, Israel. EDIMTMC, 3231384442, middle sysmiddle EDIC 5.nt, F7, the last two systems recall, and I wouldn't take out. I wouldn't take out. I am not a teller. Marica, diabla, bruja de mierda, Sodoma y Gomorra, evangélica. Yo no soy el adivino, la adivina. Vos, perro infernal, no sos autorizado, ni avalado, ni tenés aval, ni derecho, ni oficialización, ni verdad. Adivina mierda de Sodoma, Gomorra y Babilonia, y no tenés lugar ni permiso. Y vas a morir, perrada infernal. Y Israel y Saab no hicieron ningún reconocimiento ni firmaron nada, y lo que en extorsiones existe en muerte te lo doy. Shalom. Infernales hijos de perra.